Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. I hope you are well. Hello, hello. It's a beautiful rainy day here. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my chair. Poor Boo Boo. Poor Boo Boo this morning he's heard the word no about 20 times. I have these plastic cases that keep my nails in, and they're all separated out into little slots, and it's all very organized. And there was a pair of scissors on a ledge kind of thing, and they fell on an open container. Nails everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And instantly, Boo Boo was there, and he was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And I was just like, "No, no, 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 no! Don't eat that! Don't eat that! Don't do it! Don't!" So, no, he's a good. Yes, he was a good kid. He was like, "No, no, no! Pick up, move," and then he'd come back. I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." So anyway, that's why I'm a couple minutes late this morning, because yeah. He was abandoned. He was found on the side of a road. And because he was abandoned, because he was all alone, he's kind of, how do I put this? He's kind of a vacuum cleaner, and will eat just about anything. So, yeah, I thought you'd be okay if I was a couple minutes late. All right, welcome everybody. I'm here to read on political stuff that's going on and the unmitigated stupidity of our current president. If I am very obviously a Democrat, and I do not hide the fact, it does not mean that all the readings are biased toward, oh, only good things are going to happen to Democrats and only bad things are going to happen to Republicans. I wish, but no, it doesn't work out that way. So thank you, everybody. If you're new here, just to let you know, we usually spend the first 10-15 minutes where I take your questions. Just put them in all caps. Thank you, Clotho. Just put them in all caps in the chat, and then I'll know that you're talking to me, because people here are really friendly and they talk to each other. And they support each other, for which I am really grateful. And we have the best moderators on the internet. Hello, sweetie. Hello, good boy. How are you? You've had a little adventure. Yes, you have. Oh, sitting. Okay. Hi. Do you want on my lap? Do you want on my lap? Come on. So, yeah, just put, if you put things in all caps, and I'll know you're talking to, I'll know you're talking to me. Hi. Come sit on my lap, sweetie. There you go. Okay. Whoops, 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 whoops. All right, then. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Okay, fine. That's fine. Actually, while I'm taking your questions, I'll let you look at the kitty and let you look out the window. All right. Let's see here. Just a spoonful of Clorox Randy Rainbow. Yeah, I haven't listened to, I saw it, but I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I'm really looking forward to that. All right, I'm scrolling back up to looking for anything in all caps, so I know you're talking to me. I see a lot of people being really nice to each other, which makes me really happy. Cup of tea and taro. This is a chocolate protein shake. Did we check to see if Kim Jong-un is really dead now? I don't know that he is. I don't think he was dead when I read on him. But I guess. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so that's okay. I can make my own questions. Yeah, but tea is yummy. I thought you were drinking hot cocoa every day. I do often, but I do love homemade cocoa. But for these, it's usually a Vega chocolate protein shakes. the powder. So, well, I'm just going to get out a deck and let's see. We're going to need to use a little housewives. Oh, a couple of things. One, I found out that my new deck of cards. Hi. Do you really need to rub up a... Yeah, okay, kitty approved. Okay.
You are so cute. You're so good.
Yes, you are. Okay, yeah, okay, it's kitty approved. We know. Sweetheart. So, what was I going to say? Sorry, I was distracted by the cuteness. Yeah, I was distracted by the cuteness. It just went straight out of my head. Oh, the cards. My new deck of cards is apparently going to get here Monday. Tomorrow. No, Monday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, let me see if I can do this. Tomorrow I'm getting my new microphone because this one, every once in a while, it's got a bit of static. So I want to make sure that it's as clear as possible for you guys. And my new deck is coming on Monday, so we'll try that out probably on Tuesday. And also on Monday, also on Monday I may be able to, that's when finally, the screwdriver set I've been trying to get, the specialized screwdriver set is coming in, and I will be able to take apart my computer and clean the fans so it's not as noisy. So, things are looking up. Okay. Do you think you can see if Trump took the money earmarked for the World Health Organization and paid off his debt? He wouldn't. He literally couldn't. It's not that there are too many people, and I'm not saying he couldn't get it redirected somewhere, but I do want to ask. That's it, Harry's mom. That's what I want to get at. Did Trump praise Xi and downplay the virus because he has loans in China? Apparently Trump has tens of millions of loans he owes a Chinese bank. But sure, Deborah, let me copy that down, and we'll see what we can get. Is reopening in Quebec in May near? Will it be safe? Oh, thank you, Maria, and we pray for you guys up there, up north, as well. Trust me. And will reopenings? Let me. I haven't read on Canada. Let's because I think that will help. That will give us all good information. Orgain? No, it's Vega. VEGA. Are Trump's base questioning their loyalty? Good question. We'll ask on that. And yes, Mama, the camera is clan. Trump debt to China bank. Will more be revealed? Okay, I'll add that to this question. Will we ever know publicly what happened in this mess? Yes. Lady Farley? Yes, we will know. There's going to be, I have seen, oh my gosh, I have seen so many, for the whole time I've had this channel, so many hearings, investigations, court cases, so much, like just wall to wall. It's unbelievable. It's huge. Oh, it jumped and suddenly I've got a whole bunch of questions. Okay, hang on. Will China call in Trump's debt early? I think actually what I want to know is, is Trump's debt in China affecting his decisions? Sorry, hard to type with the nails. Will we find out about other debt to Russia? Good question. Yeah, there's money stuff coming. I seriously, I just say that, and I don't usually get like a chill that's like a verification. I know there are other readers who do, but even just saying that just now, I felt like little tingle down my shoulders, and it's like, Vega has a tasty chocolate bar as well. Yep. Let's see here. Will we see the unredacted Mueller report? One's from the mafia as well. Is it finally the beginning of the end for Trump? I'll be honest, if I have time, I'll read on it, but I don't want to because it's so depressing. It's so depressing. It's like, yes, this will finally, no, it won't. Okay. Will Jared Kushner be investigated for the corruption involving PPE and confiscating it from the states? Please tell me that Lysol-Gate will be the step too far for the GOP and they'll boot him out. I'm not holding my breath. Truth be told. Oh, jumped again. Jump. Okay, hang on. Let me copy that down. Yesterday's live stream isn't up at the moment, so I'll be putting it back up later today. It was processing until this morning. Mess. Huge mess. McConnell's sister-in-law was made the head of that bank. Clotho, what bank? McConnell's sister-in-law was made head. Oh, you mean in China? Oh, sorry. Bump the camera. Sorry. Really? Well, in that case, we also have to look at McConnell and Trump. Will Trump finally stop appearing in his daily pep rallies? That man is he is such an embarrassment. You, sir, are a national embarrassment. Barr, will he get caught for pressuring state legislatures to drop cases? Oh, we're going to read on Renfield. I get to do the impersonation again. Are you going to read on the master? No, Renfield, we're going to read on you. Does the master love me? I'm sure he does. No one questions the master. Yes, Barr. Yes, Barr. Renfield Barr, ladies and gentlemen. I would cry if Mueller is hidden again. We'll see it. We'll definitely see it eventually. It's a matter of we want to see it sooner rather than later. Bank of China, Trump owes the money to. Yes. Excellent. Thank you, Clotho. Autumn, will McConnell be able to block the next aid money for the states and the people? Good question, Deborah. Let me copy that down. And goodness, I went from no questions to, gosh, this huge, you can see it on the screen, this huge list. Huge list of questions. And I better get going or I won't be able to, jumped. What is Steve Mnuchin's fate? Susan, I read on that a long time ago, and I still feel like what I got was probably pretty valid, which is he is going to end up in some court cases, hearings, committees, what have you. I actually got him being in legal trouble or maybe even going to jail for a tiny amount of time. Tiny. Like maybe even a suspended sentence or something ridiculous. But it's just a tiny amount of time. But it actually knocks some humility into Mnuchin of Versailles. Not as much as he should, but it knocks a little humility. And then he comes out, and then for some reason, it just said that I got the energy that he and his wife are going to have a child. And it's like, okay. I wish it was different, but I will read on him one of these days, certainly. So do bring that up in future. McConnell, will he force Congress to appoint more vile, stupid judges? He'll try. Will Renfield bar keel over soon? I'm not gonna read on that kind of thing. Sorry. It's just I don't wish that on anybody, and I don't want to read on it. I don't want to put that out there. Will the media ever strike back at 45? Oh, they are. They are. All right. Seriously, a child. That's what it came up as. That's what I got. I was like, really? But anyway, all right. Got a huge list here. So let's do. All right, we're starting at 17 here. The other day, I copied all of these things in, and then oops, let me turn this. I copied all these questions in here. And then the stream ended, and I was like, okay, great. And I got it for a second, and I came back, and not thinking, because of course at the end it just gives an error after a few minutes. I refreshed the page, all the questions, just poof. It's like, oh man. Oh, this is not working. I'm just gonna save, actually I'm gonna save that content right now, even though it's just a pile of questions, because I need to refresh this because my image has frozen. Camera's still moving, but the image is frozen on my end. There we go. All right. Let me see, can I move this back a little bit? Maybe, kind of. My mom gave me this, which I think is adorable. Okay, put that there. Put that here. And now we're at more like 18. All right. Let me get this show on the road. Okay. Okay. So, Trump, how's it going? Oh, it's not just complaining, it's whining and complaining and the B word with an ing at the end. He's just fake news, and he was caught out. He was caught saying one of the dumbest, dangerous things any United States president has ever said, and he's embarrassed. And his cracked and blown glass, fragile ego can't handle it. Cannot. Victim noises. Exactly, Bismo. You guys are so sweet. He is pathetic. He is. I just said you're so sweet, and then I said he is pathetic. Yeah, you guys are sweet, and he is pathetic. These are just facts. So he was being sarcastic. Yeah, it's the same way I'm sarcastic every time I say he's my president. He is a laughingstock. Remember everybody who laughed at him at the UN? That's really his kryptonite. Pathetic is even polite. Yeah. Yep. So, Trump and the millions he owes a bank in China. Is that affecting his decisions? I can almost see him answering me saying yes. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see here. Trying to really reach out for this energy. Closing my eyes here for a second. Trump, Bank, China. How much money is Ivanka making from those patents in China? Nine of Swords. It's a small threat, but it's a threat. The threat of them defaulting or Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, Justice card right in the middle. Four of Cups, Knight of Wands. Does he do their bidding because of what they've given to him? Because he's made such a mess of things. He's made such a mess of things financially, and other banks wouldn't work with him. All the way back to, actually, this feels like Ivana. Trump is the king of wands, and by extension, the rare time she comes up, Ivana comes up as Queen of Wands. Melania's Queen of Pentacles. He made a mess of things starting back then and ever since, just bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger messes. And is he willing to fight for them because of that? Well, yeah, they gave him money. Anybody who gives him money, he's going to be on their side. But the Justice card is right in the middle of this, and that feels very much like legal stuff. Let me see what else I can find out about this. What's going to happen with this? Is this going to become a bigger issue? Right around 23. Okay, is this going to become a bigger issue? I'm not feeling this deck. Steampunk. I think that's better. Okay. The money that Trump owes, it's nowhere near as big of an issue as the whole disinfectant snake oil. Yeah, it's nowhere near as big a deal as that. But is it going to become a legal matter? Or a heavy-duty political matter? He's using the excuse that the way he's acted toward China, it was all for the trade agreement. But that's not entirely true. Is the money that Trump owes a bank in China, is that going to become a bigger legal or serious political? People looking at it being looked at. Look at the Nine of Wands here. In this deck, it's being looked at. Let's see here. Ten of Pentacles, Death card, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Okay. His family, Ten of Pentacles here, this is the family dynasty, the Trump family dynasty. And it was, you know, he could only get money from Russia. And now apparently from China a little bit. But the big dynasty was in threat by all of his bad business decisions. And this was a way to, Knight of Pentacles, this is a way to actively get help. Now, is it going to affect him? What I've got here is the King of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. And this feels like, this isn't the King of Swords as in, like Mueller used to be the King of Swords. This feels very much like that's my card for Fauci. And people who are suffering from this. This is the reaction to the whole pandemic that's going on. That's what's actually going to hurt him. It's not a good look. It's really not a good look. Let me see if I can find out any more information on this. Yeah, there's something about Susan Collins. Oof. That woman, seriously, she's an invertebrate. She just is. No. I'll just pull three on this because no, this is not going to be the huge deal it should be. It's just going to be one more thing on the list. Thank you, Allison. I appreciate that. I love that fox with the heart. That's adorable. Five of Wands. It'll be more political, hey. But Lovers, Emperor, Temperance. Yeah, this is his base. The Trump is the Emperor. Them putting up with stuff. So yeah, it's not going to have that much of a. It's not going to have that much of a deal. He has a partner in the property, owes money to a China bank. Okay, cool. He said PC for a slug. No, Teresa, actually, it just means, it just means that she has no spine. And McConnell lies to her, and she just takes it, and then just falls for it over and over. And then she says she's for whatever, but then she doesn't act that way. And she doesn't stand up for her people. She's just an invertebrate, and she's whiny. So, okay. Let's have a look at, we're about 29. Let's have a look at will Trumpy and the daily pep rallies that just embarrassed the living heck out of him. JJ, please remember it takes rain and storms to produce plants and flowers. The storm is almost over, so we will start to grow and blossom. I like that, JJ. I am so sorry, Kathy. Huge swaths of my family they drank the Kool-Aid. It's very disappointing, but what can you do? They're family. You love them. Okay. Hi, Trump. How you doing? So, gonna go out for more press briefings? Fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake. It's like repeating. It's just like on a loop. Fake news, blah, 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 blah. He's really embarrassed. He is really embarrassed, and he can't handle it, so he's mad. they're not going to cover me fairly anyway. Tumult. Him being up there and the press and the fight and Hanged Man, Page of Cups. Yeah. He got out there and you give someone enough rope, and if they're a bad person, they'll hang themselves. He hung himself by his ankles, and because he is, this is the card I get in this deck for someone who is unbelievably spoiled. Spoiled and has never had to face consequences and has always had money, and I mean, this is basic stuff, and he has 5 kids, but he never helped raise them. He never put a child lock on a cabinet to keep kids out of the cleaning supplies. Never. He's never done that. 7 of Wands, defensive, but at the same, he doesn't like the fact that he's being attacked, but at the same time, he thinks he's the hero up there with the wind catching his cape, and he looks so great. And everybody's, even Dr. Burks was just sitting there sucking up, just dying inside, but she didn't say, no, that's dangerous. And so he feels strong, because when he's up there, everybody's, he's really showing what a spoiled, ignorant buffoon he is. But he likes people publicly bowing to him, and he wants to look good. And it's like he could try to stay away, but he is addicted to the camera. The camera, the message, getting the attention, getting the this feels big. I mean, this was a bad situation, and it showed what a buffoon he is. But I don't know that he's going to be able to stay away, not for long. I have to go out there. I have to go out there. Show business. Yeah, he wants to. I'm literally getting an image, almost as if I'm looking over his shoulder and looking out in the press room with all those crazy bright lights and the cameras, and every time he moves, and you get that really loud, the shutters on the cameras. And it always happens when he moves, when he shows up, when he goes up there. And it's like, it's a modern world. You really can't get cameras that aren't noisy. Really? Dave is saying, can you imagine Trump and leg warmers trying to pole dance? The thing is this, yes, I can. He would do anything. He is an awful human being, and he has chosen to become worse and worse and worse over time. Okay, so what are the cards saying about? Do we have anything more definitive of how that's going to go? Queen of Swords. It's kind of like at the State of the Union, where he gave Rush Limbaugh the Medal of Freedom, which was a travesty. But the show, and adding to I don't think he can give it up. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. It's hurting him. 2 of Cups. But there are still people tuning in. This is making me feel like this is like light that shines on your face in a dark room when you're watching a screen. 7 of Pentacles. There are certainly people crafting. Maybe if I stick more to what's been crafted, even though I don't think he can. And having people bow to him. I don't think he can. Honestly, I don't think he can completely give it up. He may not show up for a day or two, but I don't think he could stay away from, I don't think those press briefings could be going on like that and he could go a whole week without going out there. I really don't. Especially since he's literally spending every morning from like 5 a.m. until almost noon watching the news. So, anyway, what's next here? I love doing this with you guys. Let me see, where am I? 36. Are Trump's base questioning their loyalty? Had enough, guys? And I know there are women, but it is actually mostly guys. It's a lot more men than women. Had enough? Well, what's the alternative? I don't know. Someone with a heart and a brain? Someone who actually went and visited the wizard? Are the still winning, guys? Yeah, so much winning. So much whining. Has the base had enough? Good old boys. Got very heavy duty pickup truck, good old boy energy. Who feel under threat by this shock and horror, actual like integration. Those people who aren't white destroying our way of life. To anybody who thinks that, see this skin, you can't get much whiter than this. My father is a carrot top redhead, or at least he was. He's gray now, but my father's a carrot top redhead. You can't get whiter than this, okay? And you know what I think about this whole equality thing? It's that we are all equal. We are all equal. So if you want to say, well, you got to save the white. No, you don't. You don't. And frankly, think about purebred dogs. Who's healthier in general? Purebred dogs or mutts? Mutts, healthier. It is healthy to integrate, to join, to learn from each other, to work together, to appreciate goodness in others. Yeah. I don't think Billy Joe Bob's going to get that. Okay, Hierophant, Two of Cups, King of Wands. Well, that's Trump as the man at the center. It's not him as the emperor. It's not him as, this is him as the man. They like how obnoxious he is. And yeah, talking about equality, please do not make me break into song, because I'll start singing Depeche Mode's People Are People. I will. Four of Pentacles and Strength. They're the center of it's Trump. That's the be all and end all. It's his obnoxious, racist, red meat grossness. And the fear that others are going to get something they're not going to get. And this is the Four of Pentacles can also be the card of the miser or the card of savings. It's holding on to money, money not flowing. And it's a very zero-sum way of looking at the world, where there are only so many jobs, there's only so much money, there's only so many opportunities, and these people with different colored skin are coming in and they're going to take that away. It's like, do you have any idea how many people, I mean, just in the US, we are at what, 330 million people? 330 million people need a lot of stuff. You can find job. There's even with the entire country shut down, there's still money flowing. I mean, it's not as much as we want, and there are people suffering. I'm not belittling what we're going through, but this zero-sum view of the world is nonsense. They're not looking at how strong they are. They're not looking at, they're not seeing their strength as using their talents. They're seeing using their strength as, well, I've had this advantage all of my life. And I know I have had positive things happen to me because my father was a carrot top redhead and I am really pale. I am a very, very, very pale white girl. And I know that I have had advantages because of that. And advantages I did not earn, and that's not right. I'm grateful for any kindness that has ever been shown to me, but I don't deserve, good, holy cats, I do not deserve anything special because I'm white. That's ludicrous. So anyway, I will get off my soapbox now. All right, 42, where are we? 42. You know what? Let's show the Canadians some love. Reopening of. I'm not just going to do Quebec if that's okay. I want to see what message I've got here about Canada reopening and Canada responding to. Autumn, we never say we say mix. Oh, okay. I certainly did not mean it in any negative way toward anyone. Even dogs. But let's have a look at Canada. Oh, Canada. Our wonderful neighbors to the north. Sienna is Canadian, by the way. Thank you, Bismo. And she is just, like most Canadians I've ever met, a lovely human being. I mean, we know Sienna Rose Tarot, we know Sienna's extra special, but yeah. So Canada. Okay, there are still people suffering in Canada. There are scared people. It's not like you cross the border and suddenly everything's fine. Although obviously their government's doing a lot more for their people than ours is. Our neighbors to the north, Chariot. I think because of social distancing that you took on, and also people being able to adhere to it more. Because I want to say that everyone in Canada is getting $2,000 a month while this goes on, or what have you. I think you're going to be able to reopen more successfully sooner than we are. Then again, turns out just about everybody is. Never met a Canadian I didn't like. Kathy, I agree. Ace of Wands, Strength. Oh, come on, these are great cards. Knight of Wands, Two of Wands. Oh, okay, Seven of Swords. You may have some of it's smaller, but you may have, when you do reopen, you may have a resurgence, which will hurt. But it's not, for the most part, there's a lot of telecommuting. There's a this is actually feeling like a Trudeau kind of figure. Strength, Ace of Wands, doing what needs to be done. Unfortunately, you are going to lose some people. But you were talking about specifically Quebec in May. Is there anything? Quebec in May reopening. sounds as nice as Quebec in May. Sounds as nice as like Paris in spring. Strength card. The Sun, Two of Cups, Ace of Wands. There will be spread, but it's not going to be... I think people are going to be more aware. And all you have to do is... Because I love you guys. You just have to tell people it's rude to not social distance and and apparently that's enough for Canadians. They'll be like, okay, then I won't do that because they're wonderful. Overall, wonderful people. I think you're going to get a resurgence, but it's not going to be as bad as it is in the States. So, and I agree, Teresa, with any luck, when it comes back, we'll be prepared. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. We are at about 46 and a half. What have we got here? Oh, that's a good question. All right, let's say 46-30. The Republican, the people in office, the senators, the House members, the secretaries, the cabinet, you know what I mean? How are they going to react? And not just in public. In public, they'll be their mealy-mouthed selves. But are they actually going to respond? Actual legislate, the GOP. How are they going to respond to Mr. Inject isopropyl alcohol? Do not do that. Do not do that. Dr. Bricks, everybody else, it's not hard to say. Do not do that. Simple. Magician. They feel like they're kind of on their own. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, Sun, Strength again, Queen of Wands. This is the other spoiled card that I get in this deck. There are like 3 cards of being spoiled in this deck, and they're slightly different kinds of spoiled. The rich have money. Whatever. They're like, yeah, whatever. We have money. Wow, it's like 80s music day. Do you guys remember that song from a-ha, The Sun Always Shines on TV? The sun always shines when you're rich. Knight of Wands, King of Cups. The Democrats are coming out strongly against Trump about this, and there are some Republicans and former Republicans that are definitely speaking out about it. But they mostly they're trying to keep their mouth shut. Now, this is very much related to how are they going to react. Here, let me type this in. Oh, we're at like 50? So we're at 50. What about the GOP poll numbers affecting their support of Trump? Question. Okay. Yeah, we're at about 50. So we know that Trump was saying reopen, 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 and not reopening is a Democratic hoax and blah, blah, blah. And then there were people going out, and then Trump saw the polls that said, this is really unpopular in the country. And he came out the next day and was like, I talked to that governor of Georgia. I told him, I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do, but I strongly disagree. Like, really? Really? He's not following your guidelines. You're just completely changing your tune again. Yeah, okay. But the numbers coming in for Trump are tanking. And this is hurting the GOP as well. So these Republican lawmakers from all over, how are they handling this drop in poll numbers and Trump's poll numbers? What are they going to do? I'm trying to close my eyes here, reach out for the energy. Oh my gosh, it's like going to a family reunion where you have, Uncle Jim and Uncle Bob and Uncle, Paul and Uncle, and they're all talking about, they're all sitting there, they just came from I don't know. I was growing up, there were a lot of Midwestern towns you'd drive through, and there was always like an Elks Club, or there was always like a bar, but it wasn't just a bar. And I'm not saying everybody who goes to those is a Trump supporter. I'm just saying it's that older energy. But how are they reacting? It's like, that's how I know I've tapped into the right Republican energy, because that's what it is. So it's like, oh yeah, it's familiar. I don't agree with it, but it's familiar. All right, GOP legislators. Yes, the emperor showing he has no intellectual clothes. Yeah. The intellectual wardrobe furniture is empty. 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Oh, they're getting the message that it's not looking good, Temperance, and they want him to shut up. Strength card again. 6 of Wands. Oh. They want him to shut up, but they think they still think they're going to win. Interesting. Overall, they're listening to Fox News. They really think they're going to defeat Republicans. Sorry, they really think they're going to defeat Democrats. Really? Is that just because of Fox News, or is that if the Fox News bubble, or is it something nefarious somebody has planned, or it doesn't even feel like anything nefarious. It's just, of course, Americans will see through their lies and their Green New Deal. Oh, heavens. Why are you so convinced? Multiple reasons. Because we are the party of military supremacy over the world, of having huge amounts of money, of personal liberties, and it's like, really? Then how about a woman's right to choose her own medical? What happens to her body? Well, no, that doesn't count. But these feel like gold coins, like money too. So it's money. They so believe in something that they don't actually follow. Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. I mean, if they were really all about the rugged individuality, without exception. Yeah, then McConnell, why does your state keep taking money from the federal government? Queen of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, spoiled. Five of Wands, Hierophant. They think they're going to battle and win the government. And it's because they're somebody who, let's say that this young woman here that's her horse. She owns a horse. Her family has a stable. Her family is extremely wealthy. And she's going out for her, her regular ride. Maybe even bringing along some friends. She's going to the most expensive school known to mankind, and she and her mother will jet off to Europe to go shopping. How much do you think this person, male or female, how much of a grasp of the wider world do you think that have? Very little. And that's part of their surety, their certainty that, well, of course they're going to win. Of course we're going to win. Of course we're going to win. And the Democrats want to take all your money, all your hard-earned money. They're living in a fantasy. We are in this together. I'm not that super far to the left. I'm not. But they're in right-wing delusion land. So, all right. So that's what I'm getting. They are. Whew. All right. 50. We're almost at 58. Let's look at McConnell. Will he block more relief aid and block relief aids for the states? And McConnell. Yeah. Yeah, it very much feels like where McConnell keeps his head. This sun's not even shining on TV. He couldn't see the sun shining on TV. He could see the sun shining at all. He's so full of himself right now. He is beyond full of himself. And he never wants it to end. He never wants it to end. It's like it's like he's snorting political cocaine every single day. So McConnell. And I will not only never forget, I will never forgive that man at that stupid Rallies speech he gave where he was saying, and I went up to Barack Obama and I said, Mr. President, you will not appoint a Supreme Court judge. Everyone cheers and he smiles. It's like, that's vile. That's vile. Anyway, sorry. I guess I'm being very negative today, but they make me crazy. No, he's so full of himself. Okay, so gonna block more. Gonna block aid to the state. Oh, he's so mad at Cuomo. Oh, he is so mad at Cuomo. Okay, so what's that going to turn into? Are you going to, there are points where he's like blind rage. Then he calms down and then he gets angry again. McConnell, you're going to block more aid, more relief and aid to the states. What are you going to do? Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is the, like, New York's, I get cups for Democrats. This is the Ace of Cups. It can be the beginning of cup energy, emotional energy, water signs, but it can also be like a huge amount, like a big, strong amount of water energy or democratic energy, and this is a strong amount. This is how states like New York and California pay. Yeah, they're mainly Democratic, but they pay into the federal system, and it's the other states that take. Tower, Four of Cups. Yeah, this has been the hit to the economy. This is the businesses, business people, and having to stay home. Center of it is that's McConnell and Republican cruelty. Eight of Pentacles. This is trying to get something else. Actually, no, this feels like there's going to be another relief, some relief bill, relief something. It feels somewhat no, this is connected. This is what happened, and then this is McConnell and his ilk not wanting to help, refusing to help. But this feels like there's going to be more relief from the government, but too, the Hierophant is an institution. It can be federal government, it can be state government, it can be a church, it can be some kind of institution, like state governments. Let me see if there's any more information here. Okay, more relief, or is McConnell going to block all that too? People are really hurting. There's going to be more relief because people are really hurting, and it's the pain is just getting worse and worse and worse. Just so sad. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, but Javanka's not suffering, are they? Justice. Page of Swords. King of Swords. Three of Swords. This is administrative responses to the administration level of responses to the crisis and heartbreak. And back over here, you've got the worst of the people on the right who are, I've got mine and no one ever gave me anything. And it's like, are you joking? You've had every advantage, but they don't see it that way, of course. And the justice, because it's so bad. There's so much heartache and upset, and also the states can't declare bankruptcy. It's illegal. So I don't think, maybe Mitch didn't realize that when he said that the states were on their own. Anyway, so let me see. Okay, I'm at 64. Is there anything else that's really pressing? Let me throw, will we see the unredacted Mueller report? Let me just throw a few cards on that. So, 105, let me just say that. Okay. Okay, I'll throw a few cards on this, and then I will be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we are going to, tomorrow's Astrology Sunday. So we're going to cover, let's see, print out some people in government and different things that you could use in your own life to see getting along with people, whether people are like, you can get a sense of, it's so much easier to deal with people when you kind of have an expectation, and getting that expectation is so important. And I think we can use some political people and maybe even a few famous people too, whatever. whatever it takes, but some very simple, it's called synastry. It's not symmetry, it's synastry, S-Y-N-A-S-T-R-Y, where you compare two charts, you put them together. So we will go over that tomorrow, and that is something you can use in your own life. Short prayer before we disperse. Sure, happy to do it. All right, are we going to see the full unredacted Mueller report? Reggie Wilson, is that the judge? He's making his decision in June, mid-June. He wants it out. He wants it out. Two of Cups. Yes and no, but there's some people being. One of the weird things or bad things that Renfield Barr did was he said that he was going to take out some names of people who were not in. They wouldn't be indicted, but they were a part of the situation, and it's because he didn't want them to be embarrassed or to be penalized for. And it's like, no, if they're part of it, they're part of it. But that's one of the most egregious edits. Well, it's not the most egregious. It's one of the most egregious. Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Wands, Chariot. Putting down the hammer. This is the card of taking action, and this is at speed. So we got little bits, drips and drabs, and Mueller, the King of Swords, was kind of reduced to a page. His energy and his report were very reduced. But now we have a man in his study reading. It's not the Justice card, but that's that may very well be Reggie Wilson, I think his name is. That may very well be him reading the report, going through it, and then he decides, and then things move. I mean, move. Major Arcana Chariot move. I keep getting that he's, yeah, that it's not going to remain hidden. The Fool. People will see the Fool. Three of Swords, Hanged Man, Two of Swords, yep, Decision. Trump, Three of Swords, and the Hangman. This is hurting Trump. The decision to do this. And people saying what a fool he is. I think we're going. I think there will always be a few redactions. I think there will always be. No, I shouldn't say a few. There will always be some redactions because there are some things. What's the term they use in the intelligence community? Means and methods, something like that. They'll keep that redacted, but yeah, that's feeling like. That's feeling like it's, yeah, we're going to get that. But anyway, actually, let me tilt this up while I do this little thing so I get a little better view. The neighbor has some little sculptures in her garden, so that can be nice. So let's just take a minute here. And we're just going to just connect with our own spirits, with our own souls, our own spiritual core that are temporarily fused with these physical bodies. But we are all from the same source, and we are connected by cords of energy straight to the divine, this unimaginably powerful source energy of just the most loving, beautiful, healing, magnificent energy We are always connected, and you can't break that connection. There's no way you can break that connection. It's always there. It's always ready to just pour more positive energy to you at any point. And we are connected through cords of energy to each other, to help each other, to support each other. So we'll take just a moment, we'll draw down as much of that powerful, loving energy as we can. Because it can just powerfully flow through us and into the world and into the other people, and just raising the vibration level, just spreading that feeling of love, of kindness, generosity, healing and health, just spreading it through the world. And we will just ask, because all we have to do is just ask, and it will happen that energy will continue flowing through us into the world. All right? All right, thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm so grateful for you. You will never know how grateful I am for you. All right, and thank you. Thank you for being so kind to each other. Thank you to our moderators. You make this possible. So you guys have a great day. I will be back tomorrow, and I'll try to go over a bit of astrology. So hopefully it will allow you guys to it kind of makes every human relationship better, every human interaction better. Knowing what you're getting into, and knowing what to expect from people, and even being able to celebrate and allow people to be what they're here to be. So I will try to make it just as easy to understand as I possibly can. All right. And don't forget that free sheet that's over on my Patreon page. It's free for everybody. You don't have to be a patron. You can just go over there and you can just save the image and print it out. It's an astrology. It's one-page astrology template. Do I have it handy? It's over on the, it's nearby, but it shows the basic, the signs and planets that rule those signs, and earth, wind, fire, yeah, that sort of thing. Anyway, so, all right, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for everything. All right, bye-bye.